Thank you so much for having me. It's a great honor to be here. And I'm sorry, but I have to do this in English. My Catalan is not that great. So let me tell you a little things about me. So I represent Innovation Forum. And Innovation Forum is a global non-for-profit organization with over 15,000 members and presence from New York to Tokyo and Hong Kong. And I'm the president of the Barcelona branch. And what it is a network, a global network, created by scientists for scientists. What we do is we accelerate the translation of scientific breakthroughs into innovative products, right? That improve human life, so that have a positive social impact. So basically, we turn great scientific ideas to great scientific ventures. We do deeply care about health and life sciences, engineering, material sciences, clean tech, and robotics. And what we do, we connect all the scientists working on these fields with investors like yourselves, and of course, industry and policymakers. What is our model? Our unique selling point is that we have early stage access to talent and ideas, and that's really, really great. So basically, we get to work with really crazy people, and we love it. Now, the question is like, how do you turn these ideas, these great scientific ideas into great scientific ventures? The way we do it is, first of all, you develop the network. You are close and you you unite the scientists, right? And then you have access to the talent and the ideas. Then you do scout for these ideas, because not all scientific ideas are great, but not all scientific ideas have the same potential of turning into great scientific ventures. So then we do scout for those ideas that have this potential. We do find those teams and those people. We work a lot with them. We do mentoring. We do a lot of networking, a lot of competitions, right? Then we do a lot of acceleration, and then eventually, hopefully with the help also of investors, we help these startups to grow. And then we also we have already the relationships with industry, and we form even more with them to understand what are their needs and eventually link these startups with the industry. And this is how you actually make it sure that the great scientific ideas are not just changing our lives, but they are changing our lives now, when we need it, not in 10 years, or 20 years, or 100 years. And that's the most important thing. Okay, so what do we do exactly? As I said, we do a lot of events, networking, and connecting. And our events range from pretty much life science and entrepreneurship in Asia to very small issues like innovation in immunotherapy to from hunger to health and so on. And here are some of our conferences across the globe. Cambridge, Barcelona, Lausanne, Munich. The second big thing that we do, as I said, is we do startup acceleration, and we have put in place one program that is called Imagine If. I'm not going to bother you with details, but the important thing to know about Imagine If is that Imagine If runs on a regional, local level, across our 16 branches. We do scouting, we find the great ideas and the people, as I said. We do an acceleration of these ideas, all non-for-profit, then we do a competition. Then the winners of all of these local acceleration phases enter the global pool, and then they get globally accelerated. They get to be connected with global mentors, and then they do they pitch compete globally, right, in front of a prestigious panel of executives and high-profile people that basically judge them. And then eventually, the best of the best in a global level make it to what we call investment days and investment forums like this one today. So what we have achieved so far, in the past 2 years, we have helped startups raise over 10 million, and these were the startups, the winners, the top 15 teams from the last year Imagine If program. The winner of of the global stage gets 30,000. We gave last year 30,000 euros, non-dilutive money. So this is we managed to put him through all of this procedure. You win it, you go home with money. This year, because our sponsors really like the work we are doing. We're hoping to raise 150,000 to give to people. And what is, I think, especially important to notice here is like we got in total almost 300 applications from US, EU, UK, and Asia. 15% of them were digital, 13 platform tech, 12 diagnostic, 12 medical devices, 9 clean tech, 8 therapeutic, and 31% were convergence, as if digital health is not convergent enough, right? And that is very important because it actually shows that we are really tapping into real innovation. And as you have more and more innovation, you have more and more convergence of like fields and ideas and skills and people coming together, right? Because of all of the marvelous work we do, we are all over the news. We're extremely popular, I would say, in UK. In Barcelona, we're doing well, but I think we are now starting to become famous after 3 years. Just to mention some highlights, last year we worked with UKTI of Brazil and the Department of International Trade of UK, and we went to the Paralympics in Rio, and our job was to kind of like find startups that have ideas for disabled people. We are featured all over China and the news there. The Woodford Venture Capital, which is the biggest actually, Health VC in UK is working with us, and basically they are like loving the work that we do. Last year, our big conference, our signature event, the Leaders Conference, was covered by BBC, and we're very happy with that. We work with our funding partner to normally organize every year Bio Europe and SLAM, that this year is happening in Barcelona. The Imagine If program last year was like featured all over the news, and Javier here had like even more Newborn Solutions, had even more like exposure, and he will also be pitching here today, so that's great. And normally we're also very much invited in like big conferences and conferences like this to talk in front of like very important people about what we think in terms of innovation, entrepreneuring science, and basically working with all of these talented people, right? And this is us, 30 of us actually. The network has over 150 people actually right now running the network physically. 95% is actually volunteers, and that is remarkable because we don't pay 95% of our people, yet these people are here, are working and bringing everything into life just because they are so passionate about it, because they want to make a change, and because they deeply care about their science and they know the potential and the impact it can have in people's life. And I will leave you with a slide, and do not miss our next event here in Barcelona, which is Invest in Innovation, High Yield or Hazard. This is actually an event that we're trying to pull together to educate investors on why investing in what we call deep science field, like health tech, biotech, robotics, new material, might be actually a good alternative instead of maybe investing in Wallapop. So I guess you're already a very smart audience to be here, so I hope to see you in that event, and thank you so much.